It is often said that to move forward, we have to first look back. Your seniors who have written the May 24 and the September 24 exams, they have already explored the twists and the turns. So if we keep their experiences in mind while we prepare for the January 25 challenge ahead, we can dodge the twists and the turns and we can straight away get onto the success path. So hello guys, I hope you're doing well. This video is exactly for those students who are preparing for their Jan 2025 exams. This video is to give you a sort of a reality check. This video is to bring you back to track in case you have deviated and are feeling lost. See, ICI is setting new standards. We have seen this in the May 24 and in the September 24 exams. Now, little details which we as students generally tend to overlook, they are targeting exactly those concepts in our examinations. Concepts which are generally very repetitive in the exam, like CSR, alright, or let's say disqualifications of auditors. Questions like these which are often asked in the examination, they are not being asked anymore. But small concepts here and there, hidden in the corners of a textbook, which we generally tend to skip, exactly those questions are turning into examination questions. So, if this is our observation, if this is our learning from the May 24 and the September 24 exams, then what should we do so that our January 25 exams we are able to manage and we are able to ace them? See, the thing is, the conclusion is that it is no longer enough to just understand the concepts. It is not enough to just have conceptual clarity. It is also all about applying that conceptual clarity correctly in that examination pressure in those 3 hours. See, the truth is, just knowing your theory is absolutely not enough anymore. You have to dive deep into practicing questions, solving problems. The more you practice, the stronger your concept gets, okay, and the better you will be able to perform in the exam. Gone are the days where I will go into the examination hall with pakka conceptual clarity and I'll be able to handle. No, just knowing the concept is not enough. You also need to have a very good amount of practice. Earlier, conceptual knowledge was enough, alright. But now if you see, we need a good combination of conceptual knowledge and practical knowledge both, and both have to be equally good. So the key, if you ask me today, is having a very good conceptual clarity and then also application based practice. Now what is application based practice? It is nothing but you've learned the concept. Now you apply those concepts in questions and you practice. See, just like how in law I make you first learn the concept, then on that concept all your past RTP, MTP questions we solve. Just like how in tax, like for example, let's say we learned about budgets. Now we'll work out questions under budgets in PGPP. Then let's say we learnt about expenditure for promoting family planning amongst employees. We learn the provision, then we'll work out questions under it, and then we'll work out questions combining all the provisions. So that way what are we doing? We are learning the concept first thoroughly and then we are practicing that concept in questions. So the same thing try to replicate in all your other papers as well. So the key right now is conceptual learning and good amount of practice. Now today if you see, the most common question, the most popular dialogue that is going on everywhere in social media is that will January 2025 exams be difficult? Will they be tough? See, it's always possible. There is always one difficult paper in every attempt and it's not something new. It was this way even in the old syllabus and it has been the same even in the new syllabus. In May 24 if you see, advanced accounts was pretty challenging. In September 24 if you see, taxation was challenging. So and for this we are prepared and this is normal, right? But with smart preparation, even at the toughest of the tough papers becomes manageable. See, if you've prepared enough, if you've practiced enough, even the toughest of the exams is going to feel manageable, it's going to be within reach. On the other hand, if you have not prepared well, if you've just skimmed through the concepts and if you've not prepared well, then even the easiest of the papers is going to feel like a nightmare. This is the harsh truth. So stop worrying about right now how the Jan 2025 exams are going to be. See, worrying about that right now is like let's say you have to go on a run and you're checking again and again that how is the weather going to be. Instead, what should you focus on? Whether it's going to rain, whether it's going to shine, that's not in your control. But what is in your control is how hard you train and how well you're prepared. It is your preparation that's going to actually carry you through. So same way, instead of focusing on whether the examination is going to be difficult, whether it's going to be easy, instead of spending your time and energy on that, know that the difficulty of the exam is beyond your control. But what is in your control? What is in your control is how your preparation is. So what is in your control is how well prepared you are. So focus on what you can do. Focus on putting in some effort. Focus on putting in smart work. Focus on your preparation. Focus on your practice, and let the results take care of themselves. You're getting my point? See, work smart. Yes, I agree. It's not the age of hard work anymore. It is the age of smart work. Yes, work smart. But working smart does not mean we don't put in effort. Okay? You put in a good amount of effort with smart work and you see how good your results are. See, I'll give you some important tips when it comes to law and DT. These are my areas of expertise and I can give you some very good tips over here. Now, when it comes to law, okay, see, yes, agreed, you can do some chapters really, really well. You can do some chapters not so well, but don't skip anything. Ensure you look at everything. Now, a big mistake which students do in accounts of companies, they just learn CSR and go. In auditors chapter, they just learn disqualifications of auditors and go. In deposits chapter, they just learn the exclusions from deposits and go. Yes, these are important concepts, but that doesn't mean that you skip the entire chapter. It doesn't mean you skip everything else in that chapter and learn only the important concept and go. Yes, you can do some concepts very well and some concepts not so well. Yes, you can do some chapters very well and some chapters you can compromise here and there. But however, you shouldn't leave anything untouched. Alright, now when it comes to law, how would smart work be? I mean, what would you call smart work in law? Like for example, the chapters deposits, charges, dividend, companies incorporated outside India, FEMA, General Clauses Act. These chapters itself will cover 40 marks of your question paper. Deposits, charges, dividends, companies incorporated outside India, FEMA and General Clauses Act. I haven't even completed 40% of my syllabus. But if I complete these chapters, I have completed 40 marks of my question paper. This is what smart work is. These chapters, if you see, will not take you too much time to prepare. I haven't even touched management and administration over here. I haven't even touched share capital, prospectus, accounts of companies, auditors over here. Chapters which are generally considered to be important. I'm not saying skip those chapters, but what I'm saying is do some smart work. These chapters have to be your strength chapters. These chapters you should be so well prepared that examiner ask me anything from here you want to ask me, I will be able to handle. So these 40 marks, if you are thorough, the remaining syllabus, okay, even if here and there you have to compromise a little bit, you still handled the paper pretty well. Do not misinterpret this. I am not saying skip the entire rest of the syllabus. I am saying that these chapters have to be done really, really well. Alright, and I'm not putting these as category A chapters, category B, category C. No, I'm just saying that these chapters have to be your strength chapters. If 40 marks of your question paper are those 40 marks which you know very, very well, the remaining 60 you can handle. Now similarly, when you talk about DT, okay, if you're writing your intermediate examination in January 2025 and if you feel that you know the provisions, but if you're struggling to apply them in exam style questions, this is a very common problem which students face, especially when it comes to DT. They know the provision really well, but when it comes to start solving questions, the hand doesn't even start writing. Okay, so in that case, you can certainly think about joining the workout batch, and I'm not saying this just to promote, but I can literally see how well this has been helping students. Alright, this is going to be the 8th time that we're going to do the workout batch, and each time, alright, it has only helped the students. No matter how difficult the question paper has always been, students have always still been able to at least manage the paper. The workout batch is not a crash course. It is a lot more than just quick revision and quick marathons. It is a lot more than that. It is intensive. It is hands-on. It's like you're put under pressure, hardcore pressure for 4 hours every day, and that prepares you to handle the examination pressure. And the time that you will be giving me is a evening time, evening 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Evening, with generally students are not so productive. So your unproductive time is what you're giving me, and you're making use of that. So if you're hitting roadblocks while solving taxation problems on your own, then yes, this patch can make a huge difference. Solving questions with me is absolutely going to give you an extra edge, because we not only solve questions, we also do a very good amount of revision of the provisions along with the solving of questions. So go out there, you guys, prepare the best that you can, alright? Keep these little things in your mind, and Jan 2025, let it be your chance to show the world what you're capable of. All the best.